Hiya, sorry for not posting a video for so long, but like I said in my wee bit of blurb, I've had a couple of weeks of just catching up with family and friends and being able to see people again and get out the house, and I have been very negligent to my yoga. So we are going to start sitting. So coming to sit in a comfortable position. As always, having the legs crossed if you want, or the feet straight out in front. If you want to sit on a prop, then feel free to sit on a prop. Cushion or a block if you have a block in the house, just giving the shoulders a wee shuggle. Allowing those elbows to be heavy, bringing the shoulders down. Beginning to focus on the core supporting you as you lift up out the side waist. Space between the shoulder blades and the collarbones. Drawing the tip of the chin slightly in towards the throat as you fill up the back of the neck, and keep lengthening up the sides of the neck with the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Keeping that lift, allow the shoulder blades to release. Allow the buttocks to be heavy, taking the tension out the lower back. Trying not to grip with the hips and the thighs if you can. Just allowing yourself to become aware of the breath, tip of the tongue. Place gently on the hard palate behind the front teeth. And as you breathe out, draw the tummy button back towards the spine. Allowing that lower belly to come forwards on the inhale, taking the breath out of the chest, down into the belly. Allowing the spine to lengthen on every inhale. Using that out breath to allow the tension to release out of the position, shoulder blades, lower back. One more inhale, lengthening the spine. On your next exhale, just taking the right ear down towards the right shoulder and stretching the left side of the neck. As you breathe in, bring it back to centre. Breathing out to the left. In your own time. Inhale to centre. Exhale, just let the weight of the head take the ear towards the shoulders. So don't force it down, just let the head be heavy. Keep going with your own breath. The head releasing to the very end of the exhale. Let's do one more each side. Ear to shoulder. Bringing it back up, last time to the left. And coming all the way back to centre. From here, let's take the right hand, place it on the left knee, take the left hand behind you if you can, in line with the spine. Beyond the fingertips if you need to get a bit more lift. So inhale, lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, bend that right elbow, bring the right side of the body forwards, the left side of the body moves back. You can gaze all the way over that left shoulder. Allow the elbows to soften as you relax the shoulder blades, squeezing a little more, twisting around the centre. Lovely. Ring out to the internal organs, twisting the spine. At the end of the next out breath, allowing yourself to come all the way back to the start. And we'll go to the other side. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Get that lift. So again, be on the fingertips if you need. Exhale, bend that left elbow to bring the left side of the body forwards. Gaze all the way over that right shoulder, squeezing and twisting. And try to relax the lower back. So you might find you're sticking the chest out. Allow the buttocks to be heavy. You might find that just gives you just a tiny little bit more space to twist around to the right. Bringing yourself all the way back to the start. Hands to the knees. Let's just bring ourselves down through centre. Exhale. One breath through the middle. Bringing it all the way back up. And if the legs are crossed, swap across the legs. Or if you need to take a moment to straighten the legs, and straightening the legs. Again, lifting up out the side waist, so try not to collapse in your position. Use the core to support you. We're taking the arms out, and we're going to inhale, circle the arms up and round, let the head rest back, gaze up to the thumbs. Interlace the hands, take the elbows wide, palms facing down towards the centre. Exhale through the middle, keeping the spine long, and let the head rest down, stretch the back of the neck. Two more like that. circling up and round. The head rests back. As you inhale, you interlace, elbows wide. Exhale all the way down. Let the head rest forwards. One more. At the end of the next exhale, keeping the hands interlaced with the palms facing down, we're going to start to extend the palms of the hands away, straightening the arms. Let the head come back to centre. Keep it centred as you raise the arms all the way up if you can. If that's too much, keep the palms, the arms at shoulder height. If you can, take them all the way up. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, we're going to rotate the tummy button and the rib cage around to the right, twisting around the centre. Exhale, come back to the start. On the inhale to the left. So you want to try, if you can, to keep the upper arm in line with the ears. Exhale, back to the start. Two more. So it's not necessarily a huge movement. You're twisting around the centre, the trunk of the body. And remembering, when we go through the class, the practice today, I have a double scoliosis, therefore my movement is slightly restricted. I would move within my restrictions. So trying to listen and respond to your own body at all times, releasing the hands all the way down. Give the shoulders another little shuggle. Inhale, lift up the side waist, and exhale, one breath down through the middle. Inhale, bring it all the way back up, and we're just going to peek straight round into cat. So place the hands on the mat, take the legs around. If you feel you need to have a little stretch, then stretching back, opening the legs. You can do a little sway of the hips, settling into your position, placing as much of the hand in contact with the mat as you can. So spread those fingers, middle fingers facing forwards. Try not to collapse between the arms. Press the hands down into the mat, feel up between the shoulder blades. Tummy button is sucking back towards the spine. The weight is down on the tops of the feet. When you're ready, rounding that spine up towards the ceiling, let the head relax completely. Nice arch of the spine. Let's go in the opposite direction. So from the pelvis, move through the spine. Shoulders down, the chest is trying to move forward, then the face completes the move. Two more when you're ready. Tummy button draw back towards the spine more as you round that spine up to the ceiling. Then we go in the opposite direction. Last one in your breath. Once you've completed, without rushing, bring it back to the flat back position. From here, we're just going to tuck those toes under, take the bottoms back towards the heels, and extend the hands forward. So walk the hands forwards, hands a shoulder distance or a little wide. You can sway the hips from side to side. Feel that nice stretch in the toes. It's nice in the lower back as you sway from side to side. Spread the fingers and connect the hands. Bring the back of the neck in line with the spine, upper arms in line with the ear. Draw the tummy button back, and we're going to bring ourselves forwards into modified plank, so shoulders are above the hips. And when you're ready, just take those knees off the floor, reach those hips and thighs up and back, straight into your head down dog. Head of the legs, sway the hips. Just take a moment to settle in your head down dog. Do whatever you feel is nice in this position, so swaying the hips, pedaling those legs. When you're ready, we're just going to bring ourselves into our first forward fold, Uttanasana. So you can walk the feet baby steps to the hands. If you want to walk the hands back towards the feet, walk the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees generously, allow the chest to rest along the thighs. And just resting here, just getting nice and comfy. When you're ready, on the inhale, we're just going to straighten the legs slightly. Try to keep the chest along the thighs as much as you can. And breathing out, bend the knees. Inhale, trying to straighten those legs. Let the head relax completely so you can give it a little rock from side to side. Exhale, bend. One more like that. Inhale, trying to straighten those legs. Exhale, bend the knees. From here, we're going to straighten the legs, going to slide the hands up the front of the shins. They come to under the knees and just begin to lengthen the spine. The arms are straight, so feel as if you're stretching the crown of the head in one direction. Your tailbone is extending in the opposite direction. The shoulder blades are moving away from each other, and you're getting a lovely space across the upper body. So you can press the hands into the shins. That can be a nice resistance as you lengthen that spine. Inhale, this is your tabletop back position. And now we're going to fold forwards again. Let yourself hang, Uttanasana. If you want, you can take the hands around the back of the legs, hug those elbows in towards each other behind the legs, and let the head relax. Or you can just hold on to your inner arms, whatever feels comfortable for you. Now we're going to release whatever arm position you have, soften the knees, and slowly roll all the way up through the spine. Head comes up last. When you get up to the top, circle the arms all the way up and round. Palm to palm. Bring the hands down through heart center and take the hands down by the sides. Let's take the feet hip distance or a little wider. Taking the hands behind the body, and we're going to start to extend those knuckles down towards the floor and draw the upper arms in towards each other behind the back. So you feel as if you're squeezing the upper arms in towards each other. This is opening the chest. Reach those knuckles down towards the floor slightly. And if you want to, you can try to get the palms of the hands, the heel of the hand together. Play with it, see what feels comfortable for you. And if you're okay here, you can let the head rest back and gazing all the way up to the ceiling. Take those knuckles more towards the floor. Now we're going to take a deep bend in the knees and we're going to fold forwards. Tuck the chin into the chest and raise the arms all the way overhead. Little finger side of the hand is heavy as it comes over the top of the head. Just working into the shoulders. Release the hands onto the lower back of the buttocks. Then slide them down. Walk the hands forward. Step the feet back. We're in head down dog position. Pedal the legs and sway the hips. From here, we're going to come high up onto our toes. Draw the tummy button back towards the spine and roll forwards into your plank position. Stop with the shoulders above the wrists. And as you exhale, reach back into head down dog. Feeling as if the chest is stretching back to the thighs. Pedal and sway if you need. And again, high on the toes. Tummy button back towards the spine. Roll forwards into plank. Stack those shoulders above the wrist. Don't collapse. Exhale, reaching head down. One more, high in the toes, rolling into plank. From here, we're going to come to the floor. So take the knees down if you want, all the way down. Hug those upper arms, resting down on your tummy. Come onto the tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders and we're going to lift. Modified head up dog. Keep those knees on the floor. Again, don't collapse. Spread the collarbones. Tuck the toes. Take your time. Bottom start to reach back. Then take the knees off the floor. Back into head down dog. From here, Uttanasana. So baby steps again if you want. All the way to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Exhale. Relaxing down. On the in-breath, slide the hands up the front of the shins. Tabletop back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale. Fold it all the way. Take the hands to the floor. We're going to lunge back with the right foot. So taking that right leg, step back and place the knee onto the floor. From here, we're in a nice lunge position. Take the hands, place them onto that front thigh and begin to lift the body. So you're trying, if you can, here to stack the shoulders above the hips. Again, remember my scoliosis? I have a restricted back bend. You're trying, if you can, to get those shoulders above the hips. Let's release the arms down. We're going to circle the arms. So reach the arms all the way up. And then we're just going to take them back and down. Lovely big circle. Reach them up. And opening down. One more. Extend. And open. Let's place the hands to the floor. Come back into your forward lunge. Keep those back toes tucked under if you can. We're going to come into our half split position. So bringing yourself back, let the chest rest along the thighs. And from here, if you can, come all the way back. The ball of the foot is off the floor and you're extending into the heel. Exhale, lunging back forwards. Place the hands, we're stepping straight into plank. Plank position. From your plank, drop the knees if you want, all the way to the floor. Tops of the feet as you lift. Head up dog, modify if you need. Taking your time, stretching up and back. Head down dog, pedal and swing. Baby steps, or if you want to start getting into a jump as you come towards the front of the mat, up to you, your choice. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway, tabletop, lengthen that spine. Exhale, folding down. Place the hands to the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need. Step back, left foot. Lunge. Take that knee to the floor. Place the hands to the front thigh and lifting the body. Get that nice lift. So you can use the hands to resist that front thigh weight. Knees above the ankle, shoulders are down, so don't have the shoulders up. Take the hands down by the sides. So we went backwards with our last circles. We're going to go forwards this time. So extend the hands back, circling all the way up. Stretch and forwards. 2 more. Circling forwards motion. You can look up if that's comfortable for you. Up to you. Last one. And come forwards. Deep lunge. Keep the back toes tucked under. And as you take the weight back, take the ball of the foot off the floor. You can rest the chest along the thigh. And if you want to come all the way back, come all the way back. Nice stretch in the toes. And exhale, bring it forwards. Place the hands to the mat. Step back plank. Or modified. To the floor. Uncurl the toes. Lift. Head up dog. Don't collapse. Stretching back. Head down dog. Pedal, hand swing. So we're going to come back into our plank position. High in the toes, roll forwards into your plank. And from here we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. And we're going to step back, plank. Let's bring left knee into the chest. Step back, plank. Let's flow back into head down dog. Excuse me, I'll get an itchy nose. Now, from here, right leg up and back. Standing split. When we come into plank this time, we're bringing the right knee in towards the chest. Back into head down dog. This time, right knee to right elbow in plank. And back into head down dog. This time, right knee to left elbow, plank. Back into head down dog. This time, place that right foot to the floor. Back knee down. Place the hand to the thigh and lift the body. Back into your nice lunge position. From here, let's take the right thumb to the crease of the right leg. Stretch and extend through to the middle finger in that left hand, up the side waist, and taking the arm all the way across. Take the hand halfway down the thigh. Try to get as much of the upper arm to the outer edge of the leg as you can. Starting with the arms straight, palm to palm. Stop here if this is enough, or if you can, taking those hands into prayer position, press the top hand into the bottom hand. So you're trying to twist. You're trying to get the hands into the centre of the heart. Pressing that top hand into the bottom hand, increasing that twist around the centre, squeezing around the middle. And release. Place the hands either side of the front foot. We're going to come back into head down dog. So place the hands flat. And step straight back this time, head down dog, pedal and swing. Left leg up and back, standing splits. As you come into plank, bring that left knee into the chest. Exhale, back into head down dog, left leg raised. This time come forward, left knee to the left elbow. Exhale, head down dog with the left leg extended. This time, left knee, right elbow. Back into head down dog. And this time bring that left knee all the way forwards. Back knee to the floor. Place the hand on the thigh and raise the body. Relax the shoulders. Left thumb to the left crease and stretch up. lengthening the right side of the body. Take that arm all the way across. Slide the left hand halfway down the thigh. Try to catch the upper arm to the outer edge of the leg, palm to palm. If this is okay for you, then you go further. Taking the hands into prayer position, press the top hand into the bottom hand. Try to get the hands into the center of the heart. So watch out for the hands coming up towards the throat. Take them down so the hands in the center of the chest, not the throat. Twisting, squeezing. And release. Hands either side of that front foot. This time we're going to come to the front of the mat. So take that back knee off the floor. Step the back foot to the front. Uttanasana and release. Inhale, slide the hands halfway up. Lengthen the spine. Exhale all the way down. Let it go. Soften the knees. Roll all the way up. Let's do one arm movement, catching our breath. And palm to palm, bring the hands down through heart center. Let's take the hands to the hips. Inner edges of the feet are either parallel or together. Up to you. On your exhale, if the feet are parallel, make sure the knees are tracking over the feet. We're coming into Utkatasana. Let's take the hands to the hip joints. As you breathe out, let's send those hips back, tummy button back towards the spine, knees track forwards over the feet. Sink the hips, the hands start on the hip joints, so those hips are going back. Those knees are coming forwards. Now lift the chest, spread the collarbones, raising the heart. So don't collapse, don't round. Lift the heart. If you want to, you can take the arms and you can sweep them all the way up. Upper arm in line with the ears. Slide the shoulder blades down towards the waist. Keep lifting the heart. Keep sinking the hips. Sinking a little lower. Tummy button drawn back. Don't think about the thighs. Focus on pressing the heels down into the floor. And now we're going to fold into Uttanasana. So straighten the legs. The body comes forwards. Sweep the arms up behind you. Bend the knees back into Utkatasana as you lift on the inhale, sinking a little deeper. Exhale, Uttanasana. Sweep the arms up behind you. And inhale, lifting, lift. Exhale, fold. Let's do one more just for fun. Inhale, sink those knees, raise the chest, shoulders down, lift the heart. And Uttanasana, have a nice sway hang here. Relax the head, sway from side to side. Place the hands to the floor. Let's step straight back into plank. Shoulders above the wrists. From here, we're going to come into a modified side plank. So take that outer edge of the left foot to the floor, the inner edge of the right foot to the floor. Shoulder above the wrist, and we're going to just raise that right arm up and take it back down into plank. Going to the other side, outer edge of the right foot to the floor, inner edge of the left, shoulder above the wrist, try not to collapse, lift and extend. Back into your plank position and to the floor, all the way down. On the inhale, lift. Spread the collarbones. And exhale, back into head down dog. Pedal and sway. From here, let's just take the knees to the floor. Knees apart, toes together, bottoms back towards the heels. Rest yourself down for a moment. Catch your breath. If it's not comfortable to have the bottom all the way towards the heels, then you can just have the bottom of the heels a wee bit with the head resting on the hands. As you breathe in, filling up the back of the body. Exhaling, buttocks and hips down towards the heels. And from here, extend the hands forwards. Adjusting your position, preparing to come back into your head down dog. That was just a wee rest. Inhale, modified plank. Exhale, stretch up and back, head down dog, pedal and swing. From here, we're going to take that right leg, stretch it up and back into your three-legged head down dog, and place the right foot between the hands. You're in your a high lunge, the knee is off the floor at this point. So as you inhale, we're going to raise the hips slightly. And as you exhale, sink the hips, send the back heel away. The front shin is coming forward, lengthen the spine, let the chest move forward. Inhale, raise. Exhale, sinking down. Last one, raising and sinking down. From here, we're going to come into our warrior two. So place that left heel down onto the floor, keep the right leg bent, and we're going to raise the body. Warrior two. Make sure that knee's tracking over the foot, shoulders are down. So you might find that you're leaning forwards in this position. So imagine someone's holding your back hand, drawing your back. Let your hips sink. Don't let yourself collapse over that front leg. Shoulders above the hips. Take the back hand to the back leg, front palm faces up. Slide that hand down the back leg and raise that front arm up and over and lengthen up the right side of the body. Now we're coming into our extended side angle pose. Take the right forearm to the thigh, the palm can face up to the ceiling, top arm either up to the ceiling, or you can stretch it up and over. Look under that top arm. Sway back as you breathe in, so keep that front leg bent. Exhale. Extended side angle pose, either have the hand up or stretch it up and over, gaze under the arm. Last one. Whoops-a-daisy. Stretch up and over. From here, we're just going to take our hands, place them either side of that right foot, come onto the toes of the back foot, back into your high lunge position. Place the hands flat, back into plank, or modified to the floor. Hug those upper arms, and lifting into head up, stretching into head down. Pedal the legs, sway the hips. This time, stretch up and back, left leg. Take that left foot, place it between the hands, back knee is off the floor. Doing a few wee pulses, so lift the hips as you inhale. Exhale, sinking down. Lengthen the spine, let the chest move forward, shoulders down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Feeling that lovely stretch as you send that back heel away and lengthen the spine forwards. One more. Sinking down. From here, back into warrior two on this side. Place the right foot flat, left leg stays bent. Raise the arms, relax the shoulders. So again, make sure you're not leaning over that front leg. Back hand is drawing you back. Let the hips sink forwards. Keep the shoulders above the hips. Back hand to the back leg. Front palm facing up. Slide that hand down that back leg. Raise the arm up, gazing into the palm. And then extended side angle pose. So forearm to the thigh, palm facing up. If you can, arm is up or all the way over. Remember, you always have the option to take the hand onto the lower back. Inhale, stay down that front thigh, sway back. Exhale, extend. Stretch, gaze under that upper arm. Rotate the rib cage open. Last one, stay down that front thigh as you come back. It's not really sore. It's all in the mind. Stretch and extend. Back into warrior two. Place the hands either side of that left foot. Come onto the toes of the back foot. Back into head down dog. Pedal the legs. Sway the hips. And back into our child's pose. So take the knees to the floor, knees apart. Toes together. Bottoms back. And rest. So either rest the head in the back of the hands or wrap the hands around the side of the body. Inhale, breathing into the back of the body. And exhaling, taking those buttocks and hips closer to the heels if you can. Just letting the breath flow. And slowly coming all the way up to sit. Squeeze those legs round. We're coming straight back to lie on our backs. So taking yourself down, you can go onto your forearms first, then take the elbows out to the side. The legs can be bent or straight, entirely up to you. So just take a moment, Relax the back of the body, down onto the mat. If you want to have a wee stretch here, you can have a little stretch here, a little shiggle from side to side. Just releasing down onto the mat. Now begin to focus on the core. So draw the tummy button back towards the spine, press that lower back down onto the floor. Taking the hands, we're placing them behind the head. So the thumbs are resting kind of at the top of the neck or the bottom of the spine. Just let them be a nice support here. Try not to crunch the elbows together, so keep the elbows out towards the side. And the gaze is up towards the ceiling, so try not to squeeze the chin into the chest at this point. Draw the tummy button back towards the spine. And again, watch out for those elbows, might automatically want to come up. Trying to keep them down, try to focus on the core. Now if you can, taking both legs at the same time, bringing the feet off the floor, shins parallel to the ceiling. If you need to do one foot then the other, do one foot and then the other, up to you. Don't let that lower back hollow. Tummy button back towards the spine. Lifting the upper body. So let's do a few wee pulses here. Lift the upper body up to the ceiling. Don't crunch the neck. Don't bring the upper arms, the elbows in towards each other. You're just keeping that core engaged. So you're doing little pulses, raising up towards the ceiling, keeping the neck relaxed, feeling the core engage. Nice small movements. Lifting. Watch for those elbows crunching in towards each other. From here, if you want to go a little further, straighten the legs. You can release the hands, and we'll start to pulse the hands up towards the feet, keeping that nice space in the neck, tummy button drawn back, and you just lift up towards the feet, feeling the core work. Nice heat in the belly. Lifting the upper body. Try not to crunch the neck. Lift. Let's do 2 more. Lift. And lift. And release. Hug those knees into the chest. Circle yourself around. First in one direction. And then the other. Giving the back a massage on. Let's take the hands behind the head once again. This time you can let the chin come in towards the chest slightly. Don't squeeze. Just let the chin come in towards the chest slightly. Tummy button back towards the spine. Flattening if you can, that lower back onto the floor. We're going to raise the shins so they're parallel to the ceiling. So we're coming into a diagonal extension at this point. We're going to take the right elbow towards the left knee, and we're going to straighten that right leg forwards as we do. So the knee can come to meet the elbow, back to the start, and opposite direction, elbow to knee, bring it back. We're just doing 3. In towards, feeling those core muscles engage. Lovely diagonal engagement. Last one. And releasing again, hugging those knees in towards the chest, circling yourself around. Let's take the feet down onto the floor. Make sure the back of the neck is long, so you're not sticking that chin up. So you can use the hands to bring a little length up the back of the neck, and then place it back down onto the floor. Hands can be away from the sides of the body or all the way overhead, entirely up to you. And we're just going to cross that right ankle over the left knee, engaging that foot, so extend into the heel, draw back the ball of the foot, and we're going to come straight into a twist, twisting over to the left. Outer edge of the left leg, the sole of the right foot, if you can, gaze over that right shoulder, so playing with the arm position. See what feels right for you, relax down into that twist. The back of the right upper arm, the back of the right shoulder blade. And every time you breathe out, just try to be aware of where you might be gripping. So tension creeps in without you realising. So focus the different parts of the body, the shoulder blades, the buttocks, the thighs, the back. Bring it all the way back up. Place that right foot onto the floor, cross the left ankle over, and let's twist to the other side. The outer right thigh, sole of the left foot, gaze over that left shoulder, and just again take whatever hand position feels comfortable at this side. And breathe into those areas where you're gripping. So you can mentally name them in your head as you breathe into that area. See if that helps to allow it to relax, to release that tension that's crept in. Just allowing yourself to be heavy on the mat. And bring it all the way back up. And again, for the last time, hugging both knees in towards the chest. You can squeeze the thighs a little closer. You can take your head up towards the knees. Squeeze it into the center. And release. Feet apart, knees together. Just come to lie on the mat for a couple of minutes. Becoming aware of your breath. The coolness of the air as it enters the nostrils. The warmth of the air as it leaves. The gentle rise and fall of the belly on each breath. And you can stay here for as long or as short a time as you want, relaxing. And I will see you all very soon. Namaste. Thank you very much.